Okay, guys, I believe that we are recording. And what I want to say is, it's freaking inhumane out here. Some of the behavior that's going down right outside my door. And if you want to know what that is, please stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome to ReligionWinked TV. I'm your host Drew, and my spiritual ears stay. Yes, and we're sipping all the tea we can with no shade, talking everything up to Yahweh over here. Okay, guys, we like to sip on spirituality, but every now and then you got to talk about some of the things in the world. Like when I woke up this morning, what the hell I saw outside my front door. So with that being said, let me go ahead and try to give you guys a preview of what the heck that was that I saw. Not right outside my front door, but damn it, close to it. Okay? Really, 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 really close to it. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Anyway, guys. Alright, so. Can any of you tell me what it is? It's going to clear up. You see on the ground. Hold on. Let me try to. Hold on, guys. Let me put it in and pull it back. Do y'all see that? Now, what I want to say is the Rona Effect has some inhumane behaviors going on around. I'm going to make it quick because I have a cup of coffee going, guys. This is just a rainy day here in the state of New York, in the capital region area. And I just want to talk to you about how monstrous and how nasty and vile and just inconsiderate people are being with this coronavirus. So the Rona Effect. First of all, I want to say, as I was saying in my last video, which is called How I Hear From God, I ended off asking you the question, why is the corona named or ends in the female gender, such as A? We know in Latin, which is the so-called universal language of the world, but we know Aramaic and Hebrew, and that is the original language, right? But it is easier to learn Latin than it is Hebrew. I must admit that myself. But for the most part, we end in the female gender. A lot of the hurricanes, tornadoes, disasters, all like are female related. Katrina, Irene, Corona. Why don't they call it Corona? Because we know it's a bunch of pompous ass men in this world that is behind this, okay? We ain't gonna give them no race or anything. We're just gonna call them pompous. Like how the book of Isaiah says. Go read Isaiah 14. Matter of fact, you guys don't have to go do anything, because just like some of you walk with your damn Glocks, mine's is always cocked. Listen, okay, Isaiah 14. Go there real fast for me, people. Verse 11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? How are these people fallen? There still is a God, people, right? Because this is a major fall. If you try to create a vaccine and it gets away from you, it gets out of control, right? Shows you people can invent things, and even their own inventions turn on them. So anyway, it goes on to say, O Lucifer, son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. Kind of like Nimrod when he wanted to build the Tower of Babel, right? It goes on to say, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. Now, the stars of God are above God, okay? And Lucifer been trying to see what goes on up there since the book of Revelations, when it said that there was a woman with child, and he knew that a man child was going to come forth and rule with the rod of iron and the staff of judgment and all that, right? And he wanted to be that man child. He want to be in the flesh. That's why he fights you tooth and tail to get inside of you, because he can no longer get back inside of God or in God's presence, okay? So then it says, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. 14, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. So that's, I will ascend, I will exalt, I will sit, I will ascend. Again, I will be. See, the devil wants to ascend because he's been he experienced dissension, okay, when it comes to God. So he wants to ascend back. And if he hears that people can go to heaven where God is through this faith Christianity, he's going to destroy you to get in you thinking he can get back there. But thank God for judgment. And old Peter standing at the pearly gates. Peter better have discernment to know that it's the devil, because if you look in the word of discernment, it got CERN, CERN, right in the midst of it, people. Some of y'all out here talking about you living for the discernment of the Lord, but some of y'all is out here discerning the wickedness of the world. Get with it, people. I'm serious. Y'all better get with these teachings. I can't tell you no other way. I can't sit up here and pretend to be some scholar, some high-minded, pompous-ass person like these people in the world that think they can solve all the problems, but yet keep creating them. No, I can't do that, people. I just have to get on here and say, look, this is what it says in 15. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pits. So why are you worrying about these devils out here who appear to be ruling and reigning? 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shaketh the kingdoms? And I'm going to add the kingdoms of the earth, because we all are establishing kingdoms within the kingdom, right? We're supposed to be establishing kingdoms within our hearts to serve and worship the King of all kings, right? So, you guys got to pay attention to that. These men, these pompous ass men, they're seated in, wickedness. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but wickedness seated in high places. And some of these governments around the world, some of these men who have your best interests at heart, they're all pretty much like the Antichrist, if you know what the Antichrist is really here to do. Create problems for you, and then come along and say, oh, I can solve your problems. Oh, I can help you, to look like the good guy, to look like the savior, right? Be careful, guys, and be not deceived. Now, back to the Rona effect, because all of this is spiritual. All of this goes back to God, goes back to his word, goes back to his instructions, the first decrees that went out in the land, and then mankind has been trying to deceive the decrees of God ever since. So the Rona effect, if you didn't know any better, you think it's a woman that created this nonsense. You think it's a woman that it came from. You think it's a woman that's going around here affecting everybody with their asymptomatic symptoms or virus, right? Well, that's not the case, people. Nope. And we're not going to quite get into how the Rona started here. Basically, we're talking about the Rona effects has inhumane behavioral consequences on some people. So I got up this morning, and I check my surroundings. I pay attention to the signs of the times. I have neighbors, so I want to make sure that my area is clean, that there's no trespassing, that there's no imposing themselves on my privacy or anything. I pay attention, to my neighborhood, to me, to my house, to how things are supposed to be. So I got up just looking outside to see how the weather was, because the video prior to this, how I hear from God, I was going to take you outside and let you listen to some of the wind and the rains that was going on out there. But it was kind of cold, so I decided to stay in. But anyway, I happened to open up my door, and again, let me show you again for those of you that don't know and didn't see it earlier. I'm going to show you a little picture here. And then, how did I do that? I'll go back to gallery. Okay, I'm still learning some things, guys. So, right in here, you're going to be able to see something on the ground, right? You can see that right there by my back tire. That is the tire of a Mercury Mountaineer 2003. Can you see what's on the ground right there by it? Okay. It's light blue. We all know these to be those freaking masks that everybody is running around wearing. So I was like, what the hell is one doing in front of my door? Not directly in front of my door, but the door of my car, which is absolutely about 6 to 8 feet from my house, my door, my front door, where I open up my door. Suppose this mask has, I was thinking of that song, Mask Off. Somebody mask off in front of my house. Y'all want to go find them and tell them to come pick that shit up. Alright? So, right out in front of my door, about 6 feet away from where I walk out of my door, someone was disgusting enough to freaking throw their mask down. Now, first of all, it's in consideration as to where other people live, how we want to live. They're imposing their nasties on us, right? On me specifically, because it was in front of my door. Not yours, mine's. See, the devil keep trying me, yo. There's just some things I don't like. I don't litter in front of people's house. Shouldn't nobody be littering in front of my damn house, okay? Just point blank, period. I'm courteous to my neighbors and people around me, and I expect the same. But you got these people in this world with inhumane behaviors, because I'm not going to say ghetto people, because they do this at the White House. Well, at the White House, they don't even wear masks. They're 2 to 3 feet apart from each other. They go up to that podium, and they all over the microphone like this, spitting into it, and then the next person go right up there. Wait till you see my essential workers video. Stay tuned, guys. I'm going to try to kick out as much as I can today, okay? So, I have a right to be clean. Prior to Corona, I was clean. Prior to Corona, there was a lot of people that were germophobics running around here washing their hands, wouldn't sit, kiss, touch people, XYZ. I wasn't that crazy, but I was cautious. Yes, I believe I'm healed by his stripes, people, but let's not be stupid here. The enemy has a way of creating things to deceive you and to cause you to become under attack, oppressed. And that's what the coronavirus is doing to people. Their mentality is oppressed right now, because you got people literally throwing freaking masks around. I'm going to see if I can get this in. Hold on, now nothing wants to play. But I'm going to show you a little video as to what I did. And I was like, can somebody please tell me what the hell is outside? I didn't say that in the video, but that's what I was saying. Then I started recording it, and I'm like, oh shit, it's a freaking mask. How dare you? Now, before I show you the video, let me just go ahead and say this, because my coffee is done. I'm going to take a little break, and then I'm going to come back with the next video. Maybe to be the essential workers, just to get it out the way. To get people maybe on one accord as to how we can stay healthy and fight this virus off. This contagion, or whatever you want to call it. Because anything that comes into the body that's not wanted or is not supposed to be there is a contagion, okay? Whether it's cancer or corona, it's still a contagion. Alright, so I thought that was very nasty, very rude, very disgusting of this freaking person to do this shit, y'all. I really was kind of ticked off because I'm not so corona paranoid and petrified. No, I'm not like that, but I'm about respect. And that was disrespectful. It was inhumane. It was like, I don't give a damn whether I have it or not. I'm going to drop it down. Somebody got to pick it up. Somebody gotta put gloves on and a mask, or get one of them long handled damn dustpans like I do. And if it's still out there when I go back out there, I may pick it up. But why should I put myself in jeopardy? And this is Tuesday. Why wait till Thursday till the garbage man come through and do it? You think any of my other neighbors are gonna look on my property and say, well, let me help this girl out? No. You think that person is going to come back and pick it up? No. So it may be me having to go out there. But again, this happened this morning, Tuesday morning, the day after 420. So it's April 21st, 2020. I'll give it 2 days before I go out there and touch it, baby. I may give it 5 to make sure if there was any alleged virus there, we can go ahead and get rid of it. Okay? So the Rona Effect and the inhumane behavior. Let's get into some things, guys. You go into a store. You go into the store, right? And all of a sudden, you see this guy there with a mask on and gloves. And you see 4 or 5 people ahead of you. And you see this guy ring everybody out, touch all their stuff. And then you get there. And he's looking at you like you may have the Rona. And I'm looking at them like, look, you just let 5 people go through here. You did not change your mask. You did not change your gloves. And you damn sure ain't wipe your hands through each transaction. So when we get into our essential workers video, guys, we're going to point a lot of this out, okay? So, you're just out and about. You see people driving around with masks on, nobody in the car. I did a short video. I'm going to try to pull that up as well. But you see people, hold on, let me show you this one right here. We may can do some things, y'all, okay? Just hold on. Okay, so obviously you can't hear anything. Let's do it again. This is a quick recording. I walked outside, made sure it was a mask, and I actually put the zoom on so I didn't have to go too close to it. But guys, that's inhumane to me. That's somebody that doesn't care about the rest of the population. That's somebody that who freaking doesn't have any regard for how other people wants to live. Just savage. Just, we trying to keep the earth clean anyway. And then if this is being done in front of my house, my message to you is it's being done in every other house throughout the world as well. Trust me, believe me. Unless, like I said, the devil just want to pick on me, because that shit really stirred my spirit. I was looking like, who in the hell? But I know I'm not going to find the culprit. Just like you guys aren't going to really find the culprits behind this coronavirus overall. They're not going to stand up. They're not going to be transparent. They're not going to own up to how they have attacked the population in the world with such a disease, virus, invention, whatever you want to call it, allegedly. But let me just see if I can get some of these other footages to come up, because I did have a question.
Quicker, faster. I'm only running to the local store over here.
Alright, so that's that. Here's the question I believe I was trying to ask. Okay, so we are in the car, guys, alright? I'll give you a little view that way. We're in the car, okay? So let me ask you this. Am I crazy for having a mask on sitting in the car by myself? Is it doing too much? Has America gone too far? Guys, let me know down below, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and take this off real quick and give a little crank on the car. Good morning. Guys, I am feeling this hair. It is, oh my God, bro. So many compliments and phone numbers offered my way, and God is good. Anyway. Alright, so are we taking it overboard? The Rona effect has people in their car with their mask on. No one's around. Got sanitizer. Got Lysol wipes in there with myself. But the point I was trying to prove is that this is what people are doing. It's a little inhumane. It's a little androgynous. It's a little Back to the Future, Terminator type shit. It's just crazy. It freaks me out to see that sometimes. But have we taken this virus overboard? Hence, having the Rona effect cause us to act out in inhumane ways with inhumane behavioral characteristics. It's a little savage out here for somebody to throw a a mask down in front of someone else's house, but that's exactly what happened to me. A freaking mask? Are you kidding me? No, I'm not kidding you guys. A freaking mask was thrown down 6 feet away from my front door, about 2 feet away from my car. Thank God I have a second vehicle that I can jump in and jump out of if I need to, right? Because it's right by my Mercury Mountaineer, right outside the back passenger rear seat. So I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to pick it up. Let me know what the hell you would do down below. Would you touch it with gloves on, with a broomstick, putting it in a bag? Would you leave it alone for 2 to 5 days to make sure the virus, if there's any alleged virus on it? Let me know what you would do down below. Would you try to go find the asshole that did it and tell him to come pick his goddamn mask up and stop littering? The hell shit. This all was going on before the corona. If you think corona brought out nasty, inhumane people, you gotta be kidding. Because there's some assholes in this world that will allow people in Africa and other parts of the world to drink mud water. How the hell can these people literally wash their hands when their water smells like sewage and feces and is contaminated with all kind of parasites and bugs and shit of that nature? So this corona thing, you got bigger problems than that, baby. Bigger problems than that. So with that being said, bam, we're gonna go ahead and end it here. So if you want me to do another banger video today, please give me 1,000 likes on this video and I'll come right back with the essential workers. I need that 1,000 likes within the next hour, because whether I have it or not, I'm gonna be doing another video. So that being said, people, please, I know the Rona effects makes us a little crazy. Some of you a little inhumane and androgynous, almost robotic out here, having no feelings or consideration for other people around you, is what's causing the spread of the virus and the spread of fear, which is multiplying faster than the virus is, to be activated in such a way. Keep your nasty ass from in front of my house throwing down any goddamn mask, any gloves. If you go to the shopping centers, I just drive around. I stay in my car sometimes just to take footage of what the city looks like pre-corona, post-corona. And it's a war zone out here. You see gloves and masks and sometimes even gowns balled up just thrown on the side of the road and in parking lots, especially major supermarket chains. It's ridiculous. And somebody has to go out there and clean that up, with the risk that a pair of those gloves or one of those masks could have the virus on it, potentially keeping the spread of it going. So let me know what your thoughts are down below. You've been watching ReligionWinked TV. I am your host, Drew. I love to have conversations like this. I get a little indignant sometimes because I'm made in the image of God, and the Bible says he was indignant. Indignation, baby. But who's to say what indignation look like, right? Or how it's supposed to behave? Because when I know somebody is violating my territory, someone is violating my space, someone is putting me and my family in jeopardy, then I'm going to fight for it. Just like I fight for the people of the same said Bible I talk about all the time, who was forced out of their land of Jerusalem, down into West Africa, brought through the door of no return, sold into slavery, living over here as Christians, aka the Hebrew Israelites, with deaf ears, blind eyes, and walking in doubt and unbelief. It's my job to continue to encourage you not to be like the Rona Effect and have this inhumane behavior spiritually. And I keep telling you, you've all been religion linked if you keep believing in certain religion or certain traditions and cultures imposed upon you through slavery. So with that being said, guys, take it for what it is. Thank you for watching my video. Please thumbs up this video. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, guys. Hit the red box, the notification, the subscription box, and the notification bell so you can be a part of the Wink Squad. We are in the kingdom of heaven. We're not over here deceiving people. We don't live perfect lives, but we do our best. We don't make excuses like the Christians who say, oh, the Lord will forgive me. Oh, the Lord. No, we do. We make an attempt to overcome and put things behind us so the Lord don't have to keep forgiving us, okay? For things we know we really don't want to be done with, such as most Christians know they're not done with the world, so they keep perpetuating this lie, this inhumane behavior that Christ is going to love you and forgive you regardless, when if he came to give you a set of instructions and a set of teachings, then it's only right, people, that you follow them, believe them, apply them, and walk in them. And you will stop saying, Lord, if I fall. The Bible says a righteous man falls 7 times. How many times have you fallen? Right? But we get back up. A lot of you is still falling because that verse says in Proverbs 24:16. Let me see what it says. The righteous have fallen 7 times and shall rise, and the wicked shall fall into mischief. Can we go there real quick and then we'll end here? And hopefully you guys know how the Rona effect is, for some parts of the world that don't understand the female gender when it comes to language, will immediately think that this is a woman's virus. Let's pinpoint this on a woman. See, man can do no wrong in this world. It's a man's world. Yeah, right. They want it to be that way, but it doesn't have to be, okay? So we're going to go right into 24:16 for a just man. Not just a man, but a just man. Not just a man. Catch that wordplay. A just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. So ask yourself, how many people have fallen? 7 times rise again if you're a just man. And most just people don't walk in inhumane behavior, so they're not being affected by the Rona virus. But if you're the wicked, you have not rose from the ashes of the coronavirus or any other thing you may be facing in your life, because you have fallen into mischief, according to Proverbs 24:16. So with that being said, Religion Winked TV, I am your host, Drew. Thank you so much for lending me your ear, and God bless you all. Peace. Thank you so much, guys. I love you. Thank you for the watch hours. Thank you for the clicks and the views. I appreciate you all. My spiritual ears stay. Shalom.